Welcome to Unsubscribe. I'm your host, Avani Jain. In this podcast, I'm going to show you how to intentionally opt out of anything that's robbing you of your energy, freedom, joy, and peace of mind. It's time to let it all go, finally, so that you can clear your mental inboxes and make space to subscribe to a life that truly lights your soul. If you're ready, hop in. We are embarking on the transformation of a lifetime. Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Unsubscribe. I'm Avani, and I am just so excited to be here sitting still because, wow, it has been a week. This week has been filled to the brim with stuff. I feel like I've been nonstop doing something, some kind of busy activity the entire week, and it just feels good to sit down and take a deep breath. I almost didn't record this podcast episode. I was almost going to skip a week on you, but I decided to show up anyway. I found a pocket of time and we're recording for the first time ever for Unsubscribe at night. It is dark outside. I have my little face lamp situation on and I'm actually in my pajamas. So if you're watching me on video, hi. You get the nighttime version of me, but I have things to talk about. So we're here and we're going to do it. We're going to dive into today's topic and see where it takes us because it was a busy week. And for me, it was a super anxious week. Like, I haven't felt anxiety like this in a long time. Oh my gosh, it was a lot. And it's because we have so many things going on from a physical in the calendar standpoint, like appointments and meetings for the house construction work that we're doing. And we're traveling this weekend for a wedding, which is going to be so much fun. But of course, if you know big fat Indian weddings, they require a lot of prep. The outfits, the jewelry, all of it takes some work and some preparation. So that's what I was doing this week, along with planning for our Halloween party coming up. We do that every single year, which is so much fun. And managing a household, making sure everything's running, all the people that work in our home. And things have been a little slow with the agency. Just that's the way the market is right now. And that's been on my mind, the back of my mind, but still on my mind. And also, there's just a lot of emotional charge in the air right now because in the US, it is election time. So early voting has started where I live in Austin, Texas, and election day is November 5th. So there's a lot that is happening from a collective energetic standpoint. And I'm sure you can feel it if you've been somewhere on the internet or haven't been living under a rock. There's a lot of charged energy around, and you might have been feeling anxiety this week as well because of that. I also had a really vulnerable conversation with a close friend of mine today. So there's been a lot happening and a lot percolating in my mind. And like I said, physically around me in the calendar, just a lot of activity. So you can imagine that that naturally brings up anxious energy. And I've been doing a few things to mitigate that. And I want to talk about some of those things and some new fun tactics I've come across that have helped me this week in particular. Part of it is there needs to be time to set aside and reset, but we can't always make it a big chunk of time. So I've been tapping into these small nooks and crannies of my day, the small pockets of time that I do have available, and trying to make the most of them. So I want to share some of those things that I've been doing. And I want to also invite you to be still with me in this episode, however long it's going to be, and know that it's okay. Know that you are exactly where you need to be. And we can let go of everything that has come before this moment in your day, and everything that's going to come after, and just be in this present moment. This is my time and your time to be still, to be held. Because a lot of us, especially if you're like me, you're a millennial woman in her 30s who has a partner and a big life, you're probably holding a whole lot and doing the holding for everyone all the time and not allowing yourself to be held. So my request is you allow me to hold you for a little bit. Just let it go. We're all here together. You are not alone. And I love you so much. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so grateful for you. A lot of you here who listen into the podcast are my friends, and I just love you all so much. And if you're not my friend and you're listening in, I love you too. I hope to get to know you. Please say hi to me on Instagram because I do actually want to be friends with all of you and give you a big virtual hug or a physical IRL hug if I ever see you. So, all that said, let's talk about how I am moving through this crazy, crazy week. Because it's kind of crazy. Uh, okay, so let's talk about it. Number one, I was massively overwhelmed as well as anxious because I had this to do list that was like mountainous. Every time I thought I had a handle over it, I had three more things dropped onto my to-do list. And mind you, I do have people who are helping me execute on this. I have my assistant, I have my husband who helps me, and other people in my life who are helping me get things done. And at the same time, it was just so much. And I was like, why does this feel so heavy? Why does it feel so frustrating? And I realized it's because I had sucked all the fun out of it. It was not fun anymore. But if I stepped back and look at all the things that I'm doing, all the things that I just told you about, those sound really great. They sound really, really fun. Like parties, travel, home upgrades, all of this sounds amazing. So why am I just white knuckling it and feeling so weighed down by it all? What if it got to be fun? What if it got to be light? What if it got to be exciting? And I thought about what can make things fun. And I was like, well, video games are fun, right? And immediately Mario popped into my mind. The Super Mario video games are my literal favorite video games, I think. But I also love Disney Dreamlight Valley nowadays. So who knows? There's a toss up. But Super Mario, classic. And when Mario is jumping around in those little tubes or trying to avoid those plants that eat you, what are those called? Flycatcher? Yeah, like flycatcher plants or the little brown, weird looking shaped guys that kind of teeter totter off the screen, and the turtles and all the bad stuff, and Bowser. There's a theme song playing in the background, right? Mario's going through the video game, the level, jumping up, swimming through things, trying to grab coins and go through the side quests and everything. And there's that little theme song that it's kind of a beat. Do 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 do. There's my rendition of the Mario theme song. But it's such a fun, light, upbeat theme. And I was like, what if that was a theme song going on in the background of my life? And I got to think of this as a game. I got to think of packing for this trip as a game. I got to think of planning this party as a game. I got to think of sending these gifts or preparing these gifts for Diwali as a game. And that really helped me reframe all of it. It's not that I have to do these things, I get to do them. It's what makes our lives really fun and exciting and happy. And I chose to spend my time on these things. So let's make it good. Let's make it fun. And immediately, whenever I've been feeling that heaviness this week on, oh, I have to do all this stuff, I can't do it, I'm just one person, how is one person going to manage this? I instantly start humming that theme song. I'm like, oh, it's fun. I'm jumping on this turtle, I'm picking up this coin, I'm getting this power up, I'm doing this side quest and that side quest. And what is life if not a long, long video game with different levels, different chapters, and tons of side quests that we get to decide to go on or not go on? Life is a video game. So why not make it like that and make it fun and really take that to heart? So that's what I've been doing, especially yesterday and today, making it fun, making it feel exciting. Another thing I've been visualizing when I am doing something like packing, for example, is visualizing my favorite ASMR TikTok creators, because they do packing and they make it seem so cool and fun, and they slot in their makeup into their makeup bag and they perfectly align everything and it's all beautifully packed. And what if I got to do that while packing and I made packing fun? Like, how can I reframe every single thing that I get to do and make it exciting, make it fun, and basically romanticize the mundane, romanticize the planning or the behind the scenes that goes into making a big life, making big events, making big trips. Let's romanticize every little part of it. So, how can I make planning an itinerary for a Europe trip fun? Maybe I do it in Notion. Maybe I use ChatGPT and maybe I discover new things that way. I can make every experience I'm doing and I'm working on fun for myself. If I'm going to do it anyway, let's make it fun. I mean, I'm just not here for it. Otherwise, what's the point? And I find myself asking myself that question a lot because as adults, we have all these things we're supposed to be doing. And I'm like, this is just a bunch of stuff. Why am I doing all this stuff? What is it for? What's the point? The point is to have fun. The point is the experience. The point is connection. And we just need to find more ways to surface that, all of those things in each and every thing that we decide to spend our energy on. So that's something that's helped me significantly, especially this week. And the last thing is rewarding myself. Sometimes you just have to get a lot done, and that's how it is. And I'm not afraid of hard work. I know you're not afraid of hard work either. So let's roll up our sleeves and do it, but also let's reward ourselves afterwards. Let's watch Nobody Wants This on Netflix. Finally, it's such a good show, by the way. If you haven't seen it, it's the cutest. It's light. It's like a rom com. It's Adam Brody and Kristen Bell. You're going to love it. It's the perfect, not serious, funny show. I was watching it on the plane actually coming back from Chicago and I could not stop laughing out loud. So go reward yourself after a busy day or a busy week by watching Nobody Wants This, or turn on trusty old Gilmore Girls like I love to. I'm obsessed with Gilmore Girls. It is my comfort show. And sometimes after a long, busy, crazy day, week, month, all I want to do is watch Lorelai and Luke bicker at Luke's over coffee or something stupid and just feel like, I'm in Stars Hollow. All is right with the world. And I like to reward myself with that. Or with a really fun date night with Tashar, or getting a matcha with Alex, my best friend, or going to Target for the afternoon and being like, what fun things are here that I can buy as a gift for family members or stock up on, or just like pretend I'm going to buy and look around at. I love doing at the Target home section because they have some cute stuff there sometimes, and it just makes me feel like, the world is a big place and there's great stuff out there, and I get to feel expansive, especially when I leave the house. So rewarding yourself with things like that, especially when things feel heavy, things feel really full and just like you can't get a break, making it fun, having rewards or little prizes along the way are going to help you so much and making it all feel a little bit more enjoyable. And I think we all need to work on that together. We need to unsubscribe to making everything feel like a chore, making everything feel like work, and subscribe to making things fun, because we deserve to have fun too. We're the people who do the most and hold the most and support the most. We're the go-to people. We're the ones who always figure it out. We always find a way. And we deserve to have fun too. So let this be your sign. Go have yourself a little bit of fun this weekend. I think this episode's coming out on Halloween, so it's probably Halloween today. Go to a Halloween party, or maybe Halloween's like in your rearview mirror already. Go to some kind of fall themed event or situation, or give yourself a fall themed dinner, wine night, sit by the fireplace, read a book, reward yourself for existing, because that in and of itself is something that makes you deserving and makes you worthy. So I will leave it at that. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for listening and for allowing me to hold space for you today. I know there are moments that it all feels like too much. And trust me, for me, it happens as well. But whenever you feel like that, if you can't think of anyone else in your corner in that moment, please think of me because I am in your corner and I'm giving you all a big, gigantic virtual hug. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Bye.